doctor. Don't jump. Don't jump, you. It's 103 degrees right here now at 3:40 in the afternoon. Warm. Go! Go!
Oh gosh, would this be safe?
Sure.
Oh, this is coming from a range person.
Don't worry, Mom. You'll be all right.
The guyver! Oh, my God.
Half-inch in diameter. Goodbye. And here we are at Crystal Springs Campground. We're at the walk-in campsite number 36. Our first night, we're just down the road from a few yards from Mineral King Ranger Station. So we'll have a good night's rest here and a dinner and breakfast. And then we'll drive up a little ways to the about a mile up past the Ranger Station to the parking place and our takeoff point for our hike. That's a little thunder you hear in the background. Had a little rain before we got here, which settled to dust, and feels good after driving in 105 degree weather up here and the Bat van overheating because of a design defect that I'm going to see Chrysler about when I get home. We've now reached 70 degrees or so, and it's delightful. Because of the threat of rain, we have the troop putting up their tents. This trip we have David Earl, Adam Cutler, Joe Dupre Sr., Joe Jr., and Josh Dimley, who does his own hair, and Dr. Greathouse, the ship's doctor. Just down the hill from our campsite is the stream. Very nice. It's like 25 miles or so from the turnoff on, was it 198 to get here? But that 25 miles took a couple of hours. It took as long to get here from the turnoff as it did to get from home to Visalia. Now they say there's bear up here, bear country, and they have boxes like this, steel boxes, at every campsite. we're admonished to put all of our foodstuffs in there day and night. So I don't like bear myself when I'm camping. Things are looking good over here. It's time to put up the old green rain flock.
And we had 190 pounds each. We had 100 pounds in the sled and 90 pounds in the pack when we started. And we wound up, we pulled sleds up a glacier until we started the actual climb. Then we ferried loads of 60, 70 pounds and came down and went up and came down.
Well, guys, I've asked Randy to talk a little bit about mountain sickness and what the symptoms are so that we can recognize it, and maybe some of the different aspects of mountain sickness.
This will be real quick. I won't bore you with any long talks. Just some things you should know, especially if you're going to, from the scouts here, you go on to hiking and climbing in the mountains. You should have a base knowledge of what mountain sickness is and how to recognize it. And first of all, we don't usually see mountain sickness until you get up to about 8,000 feet. But 8,000 feet and higher, that's when we start seeing signs and symptoms of mountain sickness. And what it usually is it's a whole bunch of things that happen, and they can happen to anybody. In fact, it has really nothing to do with your fitness level. No matter how good a shape you're in or I'm in, each of us can be affected by mountain sickness differently and earlier. Some of the greatest athletes can't get above 10,000 feet carrying packs and all because they'll start having symptoms of nausea and vomiting, of course. They start feeling upset stomach. Headaches are real key. Start having headaches. You're just not feeling well. You're saying, hey, this isn't usually the way I feel at sea level, and I'm just not feeling right. And again, headaches. You may feel like you have an upset stomach, and just not feeling good. You want to rest. Might even not be able to catch your breath. And at that time, that's when you want to stop. And you got to let somebody know, your group leader. Don't just say, well, I'm tough and I'm going to tough it out, which is typical of what us guys like to do on occasion, right? Is all we can do it. We'll get better. We'll get used to the altitude. I'll just tough it out.
I got a question, Randy.
Sure.
Let me interrupt you, but I think it's kind of important. Once you've been up 12, 13,000 feet and you don't get sick, chances are you're never going to get sick, or does your body change and you can get sick the next time up?
If you're doing okay at 12,000 feet and you're feeling fine, you're probably going to do okay for the rest of the trip, as long as you don't go higher. But you still don't know how you're going to do if you go higher the next day. So just because you get to 12 doesn't mean you're going to do fine at 14 or 16,000. It just means that you seem to be compensating fine with the available oxygen at that elevation, and your body's doing okay. But it's not an indicator as to how you'll do higher up. In this case, here in the Sierras, where you're just going to keep on going, the thing that you want to do is like you did last night. You came up here and you spent the night at this elevation. Problem is with some people is they'll come here and on the same day get their permit and go up to 12,000 feet. And let's say they've just driven up from Los Angeles, which is at sea level. Those are the people that really put themselves at risk because they're not taking time to acclimate. And acclimate's the word that basically means taking your time to adjust at the elevations as you go. And 1,000 feet to 1,500 feet a day is really all that we recommend. You may go higher than that, but you slip over a pass and go down, and that's basically fine because you're coming back down to a lower elevation. I guess the key is if you're feeling any symptoms of mountain sickness, is it to let somebody know, because the problem is the people who try and tough it out or try and hide it thinking they're going to get better, it usually gets worse, and that's when we're called. And I think just this month, and it's August 13th, I think we've already flown probably 12 rescues having to do with mountain sickness just this month. And it's again normally because people have gone too high too fast. What do if you start feeling these symptoms, headachy, etc.? You go down. That's the number one treatment. Is when you go down, you'll start feeling better. It's amazing how when we fly someone out at 12,000 feet and we'll fly them in the Valley Medical Center in Fresno, we get them in the emergency room and the doctor says, well, what's wrong with them? And we'll say, well, they were headachy, they were thrown up 3 times up there, and they were dizzy, they couldn't walk a straight line. And they'll say, well, they seem to be doing fine now. And if it's a physician that's not familiar with altitude sickness, he's just going to look at us like, geez, you guys better go take another, EMT course or something and learn your stuff. So that's how quickly they'll start doing well. And in fact, they'll observe them for a few hours and usually just let them go. But it's the people who don't act and go down or don't have it treated that wind up with some very serious things that happen. One is called cerebral edema, and that's when your brain swells and it causes excruciating headache, and it can cause your respirations to actually shut off eventually. Retinal hemorrhage, everyone know about the retina in their eye? Your retina can hemorrhage in the back of your eye there from altitude sickness, extreme altitude sickness. And then another major sign that occurs eventually is what we call pulmonary edema, and that's when people's lungs fill up with fluid. And it's just because their body physiologically can't compensate for that high altitude. Less oxygen up there, and their bodies just aren't compensating well, and their lungs begin to fill with fluid. It's like pneumonia. If you've ever heard anyone cough that had pneumonia, it's real gurgly. Well, that's what it's very similar.
Now, Randy, if you were okay last year at 12,000, will you be okay this year at 12,000?
What that tells you is that you can, if you go to 12,000 properly, that you'll probably be fine because you've been at that altitude before, and in what's called a hypoxic drive, you know that you can do fine up there at that level. But if you were to go up there straight from sea level, say from LA, you come up here and you hike up, you probably wouldn't, or it's no guarantee that you will. When I fly from Ash Mountain, where our headquarters is, in our heliport at about 1,800 feet, and I go to 10, 12,000, sometimes to the summit of Whitney, 14,000, I spend as little time as I can up there doing the patient assessment, evaluation, and treatment, and then we just come right off. We do have a medication that you probably heard of, it's called Diamox, that we'll use if we know we're going to go out to elevation the next day and we're going to go from a lower elevation to a higher elevation. We'll try and take a medication that will help us out, but it's still not ideal for us to be doing that. We want to spend as little time as necessary at these extreme elevations if we haven't acclimated or gotten used to the elevation as we go. So what's the key? The key is go up 1,000, 1,500 feet a day if you're going to be going way high, and give your body a chance to rest. Or go up high, carry a load of gear, cache it, and come back down to a lower elevation to sleep.
I would imagine exertion has a lot to do with it. Huh? If you're
Well,
carrying a lot of weight, or it doesn't really matter.
Exertion can worsen it. There's no doubt about that. It definitely can worsen it. But your ability to get mountain sickness really, again, doesn't have anything to do with your fitness level. So, but if you overexert and you start feeling really tired and your body begins to succumb to the mountain sickness syndrome, then sure, just because you're tired and fatigued, your body's going to have even a less ability to cope with it. So yeah, chances are it'll manifest much quicker. But yeah, drink water. This is real important. People don't hydrate enough, and they get up high and they haven't been drinking water. You can't drink too much water, guys. Contrary to what your coaches might have used to tell you, don't drink water until football practice is over, right, or something like that. That's not the key. The key is keep your body good and hydrated throughout the time period you're stressing your body. It's better to drink a little bit, a lot, than it is just to wait at the end and tank up like a camel. So, drink some water as you go. Have your canteens available. Frequent stops to rest. You don't want to overdo it and get cold and have your muscles get crampy. But you want to rest, and when you do make your stops on the trail, grab the canteen and take in some fluid. Yeah.
Okay, we've got fortune cookies here, and Joe's just reading his fortune. What's your fortune there, Joe?
Read it.
Got to read it.
The best way to get rid of an enemy is to make him a friend.
Oh, okay. David.
Okay, it's good one. That was almost bland.
A resort area will be part of your next holiday plans.
Okay. And Adam's got a fortune cookie here as we begin this monumental trip.
You're a bundle of energy, always on the go.
You are a bundle of energy?
Always on the go.
Hey, you got the right one.
Is that in other words you're a pain?
Probably.
Is that what it
I'm not a
means?
Bobby, I'm not a Matt.
I thought that's what it meant.
Okay, man. Are we ready for this? We're ready to attack Taboose Pass. Actually, we're going over Glacier Pass to Spring Lake. They've had rain showers in the afternoons, so we can expect that. You're gonna carry
that all the way.
Josh.
Okay.
Oh, mile and a half down road.
David Earl is ready. Adam is always ready. Joe Dupre.
Go ahead, Joe. I'm going to bring up the rear.
Joe. And Hugh Greathouse. the way we knew him. Our destination, up these switchbacks. Toward Mineral.
Quick sprinkler, it's going to start raining. I'm just going to put it over my...
Here we are, we've climbed about 500 or 600 feet. And Dr. Greathouse decided that he should have worked out a little more before he came on this trip. And to be safe, he's heading back. We'll miss him. But we're gonna press on. We'll take the trail to the right, Crystal Lake, Monarch Lake. Adam's checking out the trail to Timber Gap.
Feel a lot better.
How do you spell relief? Threatening rain, but we're ready.
Are you going to get your straps on? Huh?
We came from
No. Straps on.
down here. In fact, there's Hugh Greathouse's car and the Bat Van. It's been raining hard. It's now 1:30 p.m. and we're not very far along, maybe a mile and a half. Thunder shower forced us under our tarp here to sit it out. They say it rains every afternoon up here lately. Here comes Joe. I'm checking out the trail. We're kind of wet.
I see four.
Third one's way over to the right.
Yeah, and then come here. Look here. Behind the tree.
I don't see
To the,
two
to the
there.
right of the big tree. You see it moving a little bit? And then you come here and you see another one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's two behind the tree?
There's two little baby ones.
There's like a
There's
little
the
one
baby
there.
Those people must not have come up here earlier then. They must have got a big...
Cutler, Mountaineer. How'd you like the rainstorm, Adam?
Pretty fun. pretty wet and cold.
Well, we've come quite a ways. You look down that canyon. There's David Earl. He eats this stuff up. He's like a deer. He just run up that mountain. We let him. Jeremy Klein. See who draws first blood here. Remember, we got to get first blood on the camera. I mean, you know what I mean.
Kenneth does a good joke.
What's that?
Tuna fish and crackers.
Oh. 6 o'clock at Lower Monarch Lake. After the rain and wind, we finally got here. A little short of our original goal, but nonetheless, this looks beautiful. There's our campsites. Dupree's. Tomorrow, we're headed toward Glacier Pass. But right now, we're impressed by the beautiful sky. Look at that. Glorious. Believe it or not, a couple of fishermen are out. Or one fisherman is out, Josh. We have neighbors. And find Josh. There he is. He loves to fish. '13th, 1992. Adam Cutler.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Is it your mother's birthday?
Yep.
Her birthday's today and yours was?
The 4th.
The 4th.
Last week.
Happy birthday last week, Adam.
Thanks.
So we prepare to leave Monarch Lake with its beautiful mountains
I'm going to hold it up here.
and water.
Let me try.
As we turn
Look, this.
to the west from the south,
Adding action going. I don't understand why
our
they make
campsite
this
for last night. We had some rain. We had a little
deer,
deer come into camp,
chipmunks,
chipmunks and
marmots.
marmots. I didn't see a marmot, but and mice.
Mice.
Lots of mice all over the place. And today we're headed up a very steep switchback, which Gary Castle will remember. Over in that direction, we're going up all that today. And there's the tree waving to us, signaling, "Hello, Troop 3. Joe's ready, he's mixing his punch.
Get the light.
Packs are packed. All the conveniences here at Monarch Lake. Open air outhouse. A bear safe food locker. Haven't seen any bear. The bear watched last night, but he got too cold. We wouldn't be resting, but we want to take a picture here.
Where are those people coming from?
Looking west. Heading down on their starting point. You can see the road down there. That's where we came from. And up the canyon. It's a long drive in. Josh is wired for sound. He says it's easier today. He's tough.
It's the music.
It's the music that does it. Adam, how do you feel?
My heart's beating like crazy.
David does that to you? Okay. Here's the stream. What's the name of that stream? Monarch Creek?
There's a trail right there.
Where did you guys just come from?
And there's Lower Monarch Lake. Upper is up there.
I hear everything.
I don't know if you get the effect here, but this camera is pointed up angle about 35 degrees.
What? Wait. Is this a trail? Is it easier if we just went like this?
Remember this part, Gary? The gravel trail.
Oh, this is killer.
This is what the trail looks like. Gravel. Step and slide. Very manly. Right, Dan? You would have loved it. Except you would have filled up your shoes with gravel before you came up here. It's 11 o'clock and we're at Glacier Pass after a manly climb from Monarch Lake. A selected band of top scouts from Troop 3 make their way up the gravel trail. And panning toward the west and then the north. Like Glacier Pass. Our first snow as we descend the east side of Glacier Pass. There is somewhat of a trail here that makes it much less precarious than it looks at first sight. Josh is in the lead, headed for Spring Lake. We miss you, Larry Cutler, but this would have been a tough one for your foot there. Spring Lake. It's 10 to 4 now. Just after we started down from Glacier Pass, it started to rain again. Harder and harder, just like it did the day before at about 11:30. At 12 o'clock we put up the fly and crouched underneath it, trying to stay dry. After the rainstorm, we moved around the other side of the lake, pitched our tents. It rained a little bit more. The plan now is to get dry, get warm, get fed, and get to bed. This is a beautiful place. I'd like to be here when the sun was out. But we love it. We love it. There's a 360 for you. Everybody got pretty well sopped, feet wet. This tent, almost all the way. And the Dupre's in this tent, hoping for the sun to come out, but ready for rain. Plastic trash bags, good thing to have several of on any trip in the Sierras. So every day so far, 2 days, it's rained at 11:30, and then again at night. Tomorrow we'll be ready. The Spring Lake area. It's raining again a little bit at 4:40 p.m. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Pray before a package done. Sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be things that you and me.
Talking about.
Let's see. Oh, nice brook trout.
It's just. Oh, wait, that moved. It wasn't there last time. I can't get it out.
Nice little brook trout. Looking about south, you see the water coming in from, what is it, Crystal Lake up there? Here's a small lake, maybe 60, 70 yards long, and it's about 4 feet higher than Spring Lake right here. There's our campsite. It's about 6:30 in the evening. A lot of rocks with water coming out of them. On the southeast side. Considerably less snow than 10 years ago. Right, Gary? It's down to the water all along the rocky bank there. These granite cliffs are impressive. These granite cliffs. Is he on? Brook trout. The outlet stream of Spring Lake runs down this long valley to the northwest, which is where we will be heading out tomorrow. The sun is setting in the west once again. Our destination tomorrow if you look carefully, you can see some switchbacks on that mountain. Right there. We're going up that mountain to Black Rock Pass, 11,500 feet. It's right behind that little peak there. No problem. But there's some fish in those ponds. We could pick up the trail over in this direction. You see it on the map. Or we could, like we did 10 years ago, cut across the face of this mountain just below those trees. Remember those, you guys? Todd Kruger, Jim Allen, 3 castles, 3 Steinleys. Went across there and picked up the trail there. I recall at the time we wondered if we had done the right thing, rather than go down the valley and pick up the trail down there. Adam Cutler reels in. Is he still on?
Still there.
This one's for you, Larry.
Here you go, Dad.
All right. What kind is it?
There he goes.
It's a flopper. Carefully pulls in another one. Not bad. What a glorious place we have here to fish. Adam's using a lure with a treble hook on it. Oh, you let him go. How nice of you, Josh. With Adam, he's got one on. A scrapper. All right. Not bad. Got a brook trout.
Yep. Looks like it.
Kind of on a fly.
Josh's line.
Okay. Adam is known as a fisherman of considerable acumen.
There he is, about 7 inches, 8 inches.
Not bad. Whip it. Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner, the original, with free cheddar. Great at any time, anywhere. Good morning. It's Saturday morning at 8:20. We left camp about 20 minutes ago, headed for Black Rock Pass. Everybody feels good, and they feel well. David Earl, Adam Cutler, Josh Timely, Joe Dupre Sr., Joe Jr. Beautiful spot. We're looking about west. And we're headed over to the switchbacks, picking up the trail from Pinto Lake and headed up toward Black Rock Pass. That away, no problem. Well, we're making some progress toward Black Rock Pass. There's Spring Lake, where we came from 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 9:05. Not bad. What a glorious view. There's Glacier Pass, where we came yesterday. Most of the way without any path. Saw some deer. Finally saw the big buck we were looking for way up on top. And we saw a group of 5 with a small buck and a little tiny fawn. Cute. There's Adam. And here's some kind of a trail we've run into here. It runs up to this trail here, coming up from Pinto Lake, I believe. There's David Earl, doing well. First blood, I think, on his leg there. Slipped on a rock. Seems like last year it was a relative of his that had first blood, but we didn't mention any names. Or did we? Josh and Joe taking a break. Well, I wouldn't say we're almost there. We've just got to go up to that pass there. 11,500 feet. Beautiful flora up here. And a nice fragrance. Don't know what they are. Pretty purple blossoms. And our ever sought after, ever appreciated babbling brook. Yes, water. It takes on a whole special meaning up here.
Here's Brother Steinley, struggling up the hill, fixing his hat. Look at that man's stride. Uh-oh, he found some.
I love the mountains.
Scouter par excellence.
Here's David hiking off the edge of the world. Does that look steep? I should have a little angle meter
I think this is the way you guys came.
in this camera.
That's the way we came up. See that little trail right in front of you?
Yeah, I see it.
How do you think we flew up here or what?
I think we could have gone another way. That's what I'm saying.
Leader of the pack.
David Earl. Joe Dupre, mountain man.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Isn't this glorious?
Something a little steeper there.
Steeper?
Yeah, this is not quite cutting it.
Sorry.
I can still walk.
Now we wanted to show you hiker fans out there how high we are.
I must tell you, Larry,
Spring Lake.
we're in better shape than those 4 kids.
There was our campsite last night amongst those trees. That's where Adam caught a fish. And a separate little lake about 4 feet higher. And a stream running out of this little lake, something like Cyclotron or something, I forget the name of it. And then I follow the stream up to, what was that? Columbine Lake. Columbine Lake. That's at 10,970 feet. And we're above that. Maybe 100 feet or so. That goes all the way behind. Here, it's a bigger lake than Spring Lake by about 1.9 in area, I think. I think we'll pass on those lakes on this trip. Then over to Glacier Pass, where we came down yesterday. Started raining about 11:30 when we were just coming down off the pass. So we made our way in the wet, clear down to Spring Lake. And sat under the tarp down in here and waited for it to ease up. Oh, my first battery is going low. Okay. Here comes our crew. Gotta get a new tripod for this. Okay, how do you feel about this climb today, David?
The climb today was quite hard. It was a difficult climb, but I knew I was going to do it.
Way to go.
Oh man.
What can you say about today's hike from Spring Lake to Black Rock Pass?
You mean
Adam?
today's hike? Like
Today's hike.
vertical hike?
About that steep?
It was pretty steep, but the switchbacks were killer because they're just so long instead of short ones like on a Baden Powell or something. But we made it and I'm glad we're here. Had a headache on the way, but I'm alright.
Good. Hi, Josh. What are you going to remember the next time you do this?
Hopefully nothing.
Thank you. This is the picture. Right then. Wonder if they're looking for somebody. Here's the panorama for you from here. Over to Spring Lake and Glacier Pass from 11,600 feet. There's last night's camp. There's where we got rained on. It's the outlet stream. And today's hike so far was up this mountain. Piece of cake. You could have made this, Hugh. No problem. And 360, and here we are. Some of the little flowers up here at the pass, and the bright yellow moss. Other plants and some reddish moss. Another party up the trail that we just came up. You see them? They look kind of small. Yeah, it was hard. And here we are on the trail by the second Little 5 Lake. Gonna be down in the woods, trees. It's nice, out of the sun. No rain today. Terrific. That's what the trail looks like right here. Lots of rocky terrain. Ask Todd Kruger about that rocky terrain. What's this here? A tree. And through the trees, a beautiful lake waits for us. We're ready for a cool drink. Well, we just came from a Little 5 Lake. We came down this trail, and there's the fork we've been waiting for. Right here. Fork. It's on the map. A 7.5 minute map. Left is Lost Canyon. Lost Canyon. We're not going there. The other sign says Big 5 Lakes 1.3. That's where we're going. I put these little notes on here. Upper Big 5 Lakes, no food locker. That means there's no locker to put your food in to keep it from the bears. They've been talking a lot about bears around here, but everybody we talked to hasn't seen any bears. They're just afraid to find one. Food locker. Approximately 1 mile at the lowest of the Big Five Lakes. The other trail leads to Upper Big Five Lakes. No food locker there. If you go that way, hang your food in a tree and camp close enough to hear the bears trying to get your food. It's up to you to chase them away. Oh, Jim Anderson knows about that. Yes. Okay. 10 years have come and gone since some of the old Troop 3 guys came here. You recognize that island? This was the place of the Great Log Launch. 1982. 3 Castles, Todd Kruger, Jim Allen, 3 Steinleys. And 10 years later, we're back. And where's the log? That was full of ants. Could that be it? Todd Kruger once stood right there 10 years ago. If you listen carefully, you can still hear the shouting, the joviality. Young men sunning themselves on rocks. Where are they today? Doing better things. This granite is pretty. It's been polished by ice, I guess, and rock moving across it. See that shine on it? Let's go look at that. There's a very smooth surface to it. Nice.
This is not David. Wait, Todd.
This is not David. Look at those blisters. Mamma mia. Does it hurt?
No, it's okay.
Once I went in swimming.
I don't know. I don't remember that one. Oh God!
Does this place look familiar, Gary?
I
Walter?
didn't see you doing that.
Peter? Todd?
Get that off.
Jim? Castles? Dan and Ed? Yes.
Just get your head down and start putting shampoo on your hair. Don't be such a chicken. Get lower, Adam.
It's cold.
Adam,
It's very cold.
get lower and get your back of your head and
It's slightly cold, Joe.
But you can't.
you just gotta do it, man. There, sit.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, these you were all in, right?
Yeah.
All in? All right, Joe. It's like an otter. Oh.
I don't think it's out of here.
And another day ends. And we're at Big Five Lakes. Everybody's eating. It's about 8:30. We've come a long way today, and we should sleep well. Good night. David, Earl eating stew. It tastes so good. Sopping it up with a roll. Oh man.
Oh man.
After climbing up to Black Rock Pass and hiking all over the place, you gotta believe that that tastes good. There's There's our campfire. That's the moon reflected in the lake. And we look up at the moon. And there's the moon. Good morning, August 16th. And the moon we saw reflected in the lake last night is now getting ready to set in the west. Here's my campsite, the dry part and the dewy part. It was clear last night, beautifully clear today. Here's the babbling brook that sang me to sleep last night. I love that sound. Adam is up. The three musketeers spent a good night in their tent. It's David, Earl, Adam, and Josh. They talk a lot about bears up here, so some of us rig our food out on a limb, but so far no sign of any bears. There's an ant or two out for an early morning stroll. The fish are rising on a calm Big 5 lake. How about if one of them jumps here? Ain't got any jumpers out there? Oh, that was kind of a weak try. Little ones. The island. Can you hear the birds? Looking to the east. The Dupreys are up. I love this stream right next to the water. You have this carpet, soft and gentle on the feet, and pleasing to the eye. Glistening dew in the morning sun. Oxygen, that's the key. A new recipe here for
Pancakes.
pancakes a la David Earl. Oh boy, that looks good, doesn't it? Notice the
Take a look at the ones over there.
Notice the technique on how to hold a frying pan over a fire without burning your hand. Is it working?
Yes, it is working.
Good. Ah. This is not your ordinary pancake.
My finished pancakes are over there.
The finished one's over here. Okay. Looks good. Always admire somebody who can show such self-reliance under such primitive conditions.
See, this isn't working.
I see. We don't care about
Neatness.
looks. It's
Tastes the
what's
same.
inside that counts. Very good, David. Proud of you.
Thank you.
The Musketeers tent. These are the days. 10 years from now, they'll be looking back on this and saying, those were the days. The Duprey cottage. Today's Sunday. Everybody's resting, drying out some clothes, doing a little washing. There's Joe's meditating.
Beautiful. What can I say?
This kitchen here is complete. Syrup, eggs, bacon, Oscar Mayer. The man has everything. No wonder he smiles all the time. He's prepared. Lots of interesting geology around here. If I knew something about it, I'd say something. Contrasting. Dark and light. Wonder what Jim Westfall would say about this. Whoops. Over at Danielson. Once again, we see the backpacking gourmet in action. Now he's cooking the bacon, as you can see, and he cooks it just the way we like it up here, crisp. And who is the backpacking gourmet? None other than our old friend David Earl. Yes, he comes prepared to eat well. Ostermeyer, our hats off to you. Let's see if we can pick up some of that sizzle.
Oh God.
All right.
First cast. Here's the baby in. Don't step on my toes. Oh, he swallowed all three. Oh no. We have to kill him. Serious, look at that. All three of them.
Checking for leaks.
At least there's no rocks
Oh! Kind of deep. Wait for me.
Go sit on the thing.
Did you see how deep I went?
I found
Wait for me.
Oh, it's too tall.
What about you? Josh, wait for me. Pass here. Are you ready? Set. Oh, it's cold! It's freezing cold! Oh. Oh, it's cold! Ah. Joe, come on in! Oh, I'm getting used to it. Oh, the iron's even closer. Oh, 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 oh. I don't
and another bold crew reach the island in Big 5, number 2. Island number 2, Rock Island. The wind is cool. Who's that? Here comes Joe. Joe Jr. taking a little swim. Wow, look at the size of that. And here comes Joe Jr. making his way toward Rock Island. The Rock Island line. And the Three Musketeers are headed for the beach. There's the beach.
Yeah, I'm going to use it over there. Did it get cold again? Get out, get warm.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a different kind.
Let's keep that one, huh? We'll cook him.
Is it a kefir? Is it big enough?
I guess it's a rainbow, but it's so white, you know? Hang on. Another one. David's becoming quite a fisherman here today. That different kind?
Yeah, it's a little darker.
Oh, that looks like a golden. Let's see. Can you hold it out? Let's see. That looks like a golden trout, maybe. Or a rainbow. Meanwhile, at the beach. And that's a golden trout Joe Sr. caught a few minutes ago out of Second Big 5 Lake. About 8 inches. Beautiful color. Okay.
Just we're gonna hold them up like this so they can see them.
Now,
Oh,
who
okay.
caught what fish? Who caught what fish now?
I kind of caught it.
Now who caught the bigger one?
Well, it's confusing because they all look the same, and I think I caught this one right here.
This one,
You caught the bigger one?
this is the one that
This
I
is the one I
caught.
caught.
This is the one I caught.
Dave
This is
caught the
my
bigger
cut.
one.
I caught the big
I
one.
got this one right
Oh,
here.
Adam
I
caught the
caught the
bigger
bigger
one.
They're stretching it.
Okay. Now,
See, look at mine compared to his.
Make them look
which
bigger.
one's yours?
This one's mine.
This one.
Well, which one's yours,
He's
David?
confused.
David caught these two.
He's confused.
David
Well,
has
this is-
those two.
It actually goes like this.
We cut them in half.
It's halves.
Halves? You both caught that third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we got this all sorted out.
This one's mine though.
Ooh, got him on your... Where the workers seal, come push the worthy work along. Put your shoulder to the wheel. Put your shoulder to the wheel, push along. Do your duty with a heart full of song. We all have work, let no one shirk. Put your shoulder to the wheel. And if only the birds who sang the best sang, thy forest would be a quiet place indeed.
Oh. It's been quiet today.
Okay, let's try that one more time. This is for Bishop Meeks. Okay. The world has need of willing men, and where the workers seal, come push the worthy work along. Put your shoulder to the wheel. Push your shoulder to the wheel, push along. Do your duty with a heart full of song. We all have work, let no one shirk.
Need a hand getting up, Larry?
Maybe.
Okay.
And so we leave the Big Five Lakes area. A beautiful place. The Big Arroyo Canyon, I think the name is. I'll check later. Looking about east, turning toward north. We just came from the Big Five Lakes area. Finally picked up a trail out on our map. And we're making it. But it's not easy. You would have loved it, Hugh. Looking back at the Big Five Lakes area, we're looking almost north, due north. We see the lower lake of the Big Five chain, whose outlet stream runs down, drops way off. And well, I pan around it in your nice baritone voice.
Okay, as we came down the trail, we saw this lake, so we thought it was a nice place to stop, see across. It gets a little bit deeper out there, but pretty shallow here. You go around, you can see nice trees. And I don't know if there's any fish around here, but nice little lake on the other side of Big Five.
Perfect. Looking about due north. The trail comes right to this lake, passes south of it, and we hope it hooks up with. Dropping down into Lost Canyon. We'll follow the Lost Canyon Creek down and cross over to Soda Creek, and then up that other canyon, headed up toward Franklin Pass area. And pretty steeply, switchbacks. Trail down into Lost Canyon and Lost Canyon Creek. Oh boy, that looks good. And the sign here says Big Five Lakes, 2 miles. Felt like 4 miles to me. Soda Creek, 1.8. Sawtooth Pass, 4.3. Okay. Oh, look at that. Looks good. And the trail. Still at the sign here. Be careful when you come down this trail. Pay attention, or you might fall down. Show myself. Can you see me in there? My lip fell down and hit myself in the face with my camera. That way, that's where down the mountain. Little Clear Lake 4.9, Rattlesnake Creek 7. Little Clear 4.9, not too bad. Big Five Lakes Junction 1.7. Point of our trip, and it's hot down here. Just passed a group of Forest Service people setting up some blasting for trail improvement. We heard one blast, or as they call them, shot. Could this be where Little Claire is, up there? Is that the peak that was so prominent in the movie 10 years ago? I don't know. But we're gonna find out. And once again we hear this life-giving fluid. Yes. I'm taking this picture for my wife. Coming in to Little Clear Lake after over 32 switchbacks. What's this sign say? Camping prohibited within 100 feet of the shoreline. No problem. No wood fires within 1,200 feet. The place has been stripped pretty bare of firewood. Oh, but what's this? Well, hello. Hello, old timer. Well, yes. Thank you. They are a pretty good bunch of guys. They've worked hard to get here, but it's worth it. It's a beautiful lake. Well, I'm telling you. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your interest, and I admire your determination and steadfastness. If only we could be similar in that respect. So long. I was here 10 years ago. Maybe you remember us. Yeah, one guy with curly white hair. Well, yeah, it's white now. Yep, that's the group. Yep, we're back again, 10 years later. See you later. And a point, one of our neighbors up here suggests that I could see Mount Whitney from here. This group is making the same trip in the reverse direction from us. So tomorrow they're going to do what we did today. And Verza Viza. Let's see what kind of view we can get out here. Pain? We don't sweat pain.
One here, one that, one with that.
Is this the photo opportunity point down here?
That's a photo opportunity down here.
Oh, terrific.
Do about 270 degrees around this.
The sun is just going down far enough. It's getting under the clouds to get over to on Whitney there.
Now, point out Whitney to me.
That's the tallest
The tallest thing right out there.
thing right out there.
Oh, it's the sloping humpback.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Boy, this is a view here.
There's Mount Whitney. What's 14,499 feet or something?
And everything else around it's about 14,000 feet too.
Just goes to show you.
Incredible. We just had two huge thunderheads. One was built into a thunderhead, and the other one started building up and stopped. Looks like it's starting again.
Yeah.
But we had a classic hammerhead up here earlier.
Well, there's the valley we came up today.
You came up this way?
Hmm.
Oh, we're going down that way tomorrow.
Well, it's tough both ways, I'll tell you.
Yeah. That's the Sawtooth. That's Needham Peak, just to the right of this big pine here.
Oh yeah, Needham Peak. Now the Sawtooth, that's that mountain right there.
Right out here.
Now is there a Mineral King mountain or is it,
Well, that's Mineral King is right down over the other side.
is it a mountain or is it
No, that was the area that was.
mine?
It was a marketing business, really. They found some silver, and so they started selling a bunch of claims and called it Mineral King to do a better job of marketing it.
Okay, but not a whole lot of silver came out of there.
No. Nope.
That's interesting.
Where are you from?
Arcadia.
Oh,
Got a small group of explorer scouts here we're trying to keep up with.
good luck. Looks like you had a fall or something. Quit working. And then another gal was with us, dropped hers about 150 feet off a low waterfall. And I fell about 20 feet off a cliff and broke the lens on this camera. That's where I got the dent in here. I got another box exactly like it. It's got a dent in the same place. Now look, the sun's come out on Whitney. It's finally gotten down low enough.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Billy, the sun's on Whitney now.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you pointed that out because I wouldn't have figured that out.
We were looking at the map yesterday, and we figured from this lake you had this canyon that went out, and there was nothing in the way.
Ah. There's a guy up on that ridge there, bounced on one foot on a rock. Little Clear Lake in the Mineral King area of the High Sierras. A fisherman. This is the outlet stream of Little Clare. The water's a little slight this year, so some of the streams are a bit lower. Just a trickle. Still looks good though. The breeze collected all the pollen and debris toward this end of the lake last night. Although it was very calm. Let's see if we can confuse each other. Look at that reflection in the lake. Isn't that something? It's almost like a perfect mirror. Amazing. A veritable kaleidoscope of forms and colors. Now, if a fish would jump, we would know. There's a familiar looking peak I think I've seen before. Could it be? Free-bear. There's the valley we came up yesterday. From this old tree to that old mountain. And over a couple of ridges looms Mount Whitney. Bears in a sleeping bag. Bears in a sleeping bag. Oh my word. Morning, David.
Morning.
Is the sun shining? Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Adam. Oh yeah, I recognize Adam. I recognize him anyway. That's a great day. It's 8:30.
8:30.
Let's cook a good breakfast. I'm gonna have Sierra coffee cake and Western omelet.
Did you say you're gonna share that with someone?
Sure.
A cow?
Sure. You can smell it.
Yeah.
You can look at it.
Alright. What a shot!
Les boots. Don't leave home without them. How's your sunburn, Josh?
It doesn't hurt as much. You can touch it in most places.
It's a little better.
A little better.
You slept on top of your Walkman.
No, it was over there.
Why?
Oh yeah, I did for a while. I know.
Josh
it was
found
on my
out
head and then it
yesterday
was,
that
like, down.
sunburns come easy at high altitude.
Indeed.
Regrettably so, but memorably so also. I mean, so. You won't forget. Sierra coffee cake. So we leave Little Clara along the trail from our camp area. Now headed west up this trail. We reached the top Tuesday morning, the 18th. It's 11:35. Getting ready to move on here. We've come over the top of a little pass from Eau Claire Lake. Down here is Forester Lake, and we're going to work our way back up that canyon to Franklin Pass, which should be up through there. Not bad. We can handle it. Our group is tough and ready to go. The trail we came up on from Little Claire. To Forester Lake.
Now, David, can you read where the trail goes from here? Yeah, can you read where it's going to go?
Looks like a nice lake. We had to drop down here to get to here.
No,
The trail
look at the rock.
they're looking for
Show you that it goes down.
doesn't seem to exist, so we had to come down to here.
On the right. What's on this side?
We'll be taking off to the right, trying to pick up. We're hiking approximately northwest, I believe. Rattlesnake Creek. Headed for Franklin Pass, which I think is to the left of that peak.